Right, continuing with this exercise, we have done up to question number 6. Now, question number 7. The difference of squares of two numbers is 180. Difference. So, difference means what? Greater minus smaller. So, one number is greater and the other number is smaller. So, I don't know the greater number and I don't know the smaller number also. So, I say, okay, let the greater number be x and the smaller number be y. Now, I am on question number 7. Let greater number be x and smaller number be y. Now further it says the difference, or rather it says the difference of squares, not difference of squares. That means greater number square minus smaller number square is equal to 180. So x square minus y square equal to 180. Let's see once again. First of all, I have taken x greater than y because difference word comes, so that means one number has to be greater. So I have taken let the greater number be x and the smaller number be y. The difference of squares, greater number square minus smaller number square is equal to 180. So greater number square minus smaller number square equal to 180. So this is how we get this equation. Very elementary equation. Not now you can say, of course, you can see x and y both, but there should be only x. So let's see. Let's read the question further. Something might come. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Very interesting phrase. Square of smaller number is 8 times larger number. Is 8 times larger number. Again, you see I have sliced that phrase into some keywords, etc., and I will be able to make an equation out of this. Square of the smaller number, y square. Y was the smaller number, so square of smaller number is y square. Is, was, will be equal to 8 times means multiply. And larger number, what was the larger number? Larger number was x. So y square is equal to 8x. So what I can do is, I can take this 8x and I can feed this 8x here. So if I feed this 8x here, what do I get? I get x square minus 8x equal to 180. Now next is that I must bring this 180 also on this side. So what do I have? I have x square minus 8x minus 180 equal to 0. So I have my quadratic equation. Right? Multiplication 1 into 180 should be 180. And difference, because here I have minus, so difference should be 8 or minus 8, whatever you like to call it. Right? This is rough work. So done mentally or wherever, some rough space or whatever. Now, of course, every time you just don't need to jump into factorization. Sometimes, some other things might also work. So here also that is happening. You can see that what is 180? 18 into 10 is 180. What is the difference between 18 and 10? And difference between 18 and 10 is 8. So I think we have hit the nail on its head. We have really got what we wanted. The numbers are 18 and 10. Now here you see there was minus. The difference has to be minus. That means the greater number should be negative and the smaller number should be positive. So this should be minus 18x and this should be plus 10x. So this is how I should actually factorize it. This is what the way I am going to factorize it. So I write what? I write x square minus 18x plus 10x minus 180 equal to 0. If you take x common, you have x minus 18. Here you have to have x minus 18, and how will that come? By taking 10 common, so equal to 0. X minus 18, x plus 10 equal to 0. So I have two numbers with me. These numbers are, well, I mean, just a minute, just one more step. X minus 18 equal to 0. So x is equal to 18 or x is equal to minus 10. So two things we get. We get x equal to 18 and x equal to minus 10. Now, is the question complete? No, the question is not complete, because you need what? First, of course, we have done our first step, that is we found a quadratic equation. We have done our second step, we have solved the quadratic equation. Now we have to check the validity, whether these equations, whatever roots we have obtained, are these the solution, or which of them is the solution and which of them is not the solution, we still have to find. Let's come to this side. I'll have to rub this because I need space, and this is any case I don't need. X equal to 18 or minus 10. So what was y? See, we had written y square is equal to 8x. So we don't get directly y, but we know that y square is equal to 8x. So y square is equal to what? Y square is equal to 18 into 18. 8 into 18 and minus 10 into 8 into minus 10. Let's write like this. So what are the values of y square? 18 into 8, 144 and minus 80. Now, do you think square of a number can be negative? Right? Square of a number cannot be negative. So obviously this is not possible. If this is not possible, its source is also not possible. So this is also not possible. X equal to minus 10 is rejected because y square cannot be negative. So of course a strange kind of reason, we've never used such a reason, but anyway this is actually the valid reason for this. So y square cannot be negative. Let's understand it once again. X is equal to 18 and x is equal to minus 10. How did I get these two values? I got these two values from here. I don't have a direct way of calculating y, so first I calculated y square, because I have used in the equation y square is equal to 8x. So y square equal to 8x, y square is equal to 8 into 18. Y square is equal to 8 into minus 10. 8x. Value of x 18, value of x minus 10. So y square becomes 18 into 8, 144, and y square becomes 8 into minus 10, minus 80. But from our experience we know that square of a number, a real number at least, cannot be negative. So obviously we reject this. So what is it? X is equal to minus 10 is rejected. Naturally the source should be rejected. We are not looking for value of y, we are looking for value of x, which value to select and which value to reject. So x equal to minus 10 is rejected because y square cannot be negative. I hope this is clear from here now. So what is x? Therefore x is equal to 18. Now y square was 144. So what will be y? And this is what? This is 12 square. So y will be equal to plus and minus 12. 12 into 12 will be 144 and minus 12 into minus 12 will also be 144. So what we got the answer as? We got the answer like this. We said, okay, answer is x equal to 18 and y equal to plus minus 12. So how do I write these pairs? I write these pairs like this. I say, okay, x equal to 18 and y equal to 12, or x equal to 18 and y equal to minus 12. So what are the numbers? Numbers can be taken as either 18 and 12 or 18 and minus 12. So that is exactly the answer to this problem. The end game is a little tricky. You see, you must read it, so you must in fact observe it very well. X was 18, so we got y square, then we got y, but we got two values of y. So that means there were two solutions possible, one solution here and one solution here. Two solutions possible. So, sorry, not here, here. Two solutions possible. Like, so this is how we get to this particular question. This was question number 7. Question number 8 is about train and all those things. So One more question is there on trains. Well, that will come later on. So let's first rub this off. Let's have a look at question number 8. Let's read the question first of all. These questions on trains, etc. I told you that first of all you must make a small table, and from that table everything becomes very clear. So let's see how will we make it. First of all, let us read the question. A train travels 360 kilometers at uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 kilometer per hour more, uh, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. You see, if you increase the speed, obviously the time taken will become less, and if you decrease the speed, time taken will become more. We have done this in proportion, etc. in class 8. That okay, there are many such things. So let's focus on this at the moment. So I have speed. Speed in what? Kilometer per hour. I have time. Time in what? Hours. And I have distance. Distance is what? In kilometers. Right? This is case 1 and this is case 2. Just a kind of a table so that we get what we want very easily. Right? So first of all, it says that train travels 360 kilometers at uniform speed. So obviously speed distance is how much? 360. No need to write kilometer, you already written here 360. Uniform speed. Now you all study physics, so you all know what is uniform speed. Although practically the speed of a train can never be uniform. It will go on changing. Sometimes it will stop, sometimes it will go faster, slower and all that. But anyway, for the purpose of question, we take it as some uniform speed. So I don't know what is that uniform speed. So I take that uniform speed as x and time taken for the journey as t. Now later on I'll do something to t. I'll tell you what to do. If the train had been 5 kilometer per hour more, speed had been 5 kilometer per hour more, so speed go 5, let's increase by 5. It would have taken 1 hour less. So t hours instead of t hours, t minus 1 hour. Find, last sentence is very important, find the speed of the train. That means we are interested in x, we are not interested in t. Now this year in the board exam there came a question in which they asked t. So if you are interested in t, you have to go different way. If you are interested in x, you have to go a different way. How? We'll talk about that later. Now see. First of all, let us again understand our table properly. 360 kilometer. Why both 360? Distance is same. Whether you go fast or you go slow, how distance doesn't change. Distance will remain same only, isn't it? So if I go from school to home by walking, even then the distance is same. If I go by cycle or auto rickshaw or my car, distance will remain same. So speeds can be different, but distance remains same. So that's why distance is same in both the cases. Then it says certain speed. So I don't know what is that speed. So I took that speed as x, and therefore naturally there's time also. So I took that time as t. This you will have to do every time you do a question on speed and time. So if speed is increased by 5, so x plus 5, then time reduces by 1, t becomes t minus 1. See, this is how I got the table. Now, how to tackle this question? See, first of all, last sentence says find the Find the speed of the train. Now that means usual speed of the train. Find the speed of the train. So I am interested in x. I don't want t. So the best way to do is that eliminate t. T you can take away t. I don't want you. Please go away somewhere. So this is what I am going to do. See, from first case 1. What is time equal to? Time, you all know that time is equal to what? Distance upon speed. Now that is very elementary level physics. Everybody knows that. Time is equal to distance upon speed. So t is equal to 360 distance, speed, x. This is the first thing. This comes from the first one. Now let's see what we get from the second option. Second case. Time, that is t minus 1, is equal to 360 over x plus 5. With time is equal to distance over speed. Time equal to distance over speed. So this is what we get, and that's how I got it done. Right. Now, you see, of course, the trick is that if you don't need t, eliminate t. Find t from both of them and equate it. That is what we used to do in linear equation also. So same kind of trick, same kind of procedure I'm trying to follow. Suppose the question was find t, then what to do? No problem. Find x from both of them and eliminate that. Even that you can do. Let's see first of all what we get here. Now this is t is equal to 360 x plus 5 plus 1. How plus 1? I have taken this minus 1 on the other side and it becomes plus 1. This is the value of t. This is also the value of t. You can say t is equal to 360 by x, t is equal to this by x. So if two things are equal to the same thing, then they are obviously equal to each other. You studied in class 9 chapter 5 that if two things are equal to the same thing, then they are what? They are equal to each other. So that means 360 by x is equal to 360 by x plus 5 plus 1. Right? So what have we done? I said, okay, you come from here, you come from here, both of you are equal to t, so both of you are equal to each other. Finish, and that part is not needed anymore. Now, of course, 360, now this becomes like algebraic x plus 5 equal to 1. From this you can take 360 common. 1 by x plus 5 equal to 1. LCM x plus 5 into 1, x plus 5 minus x into 1, x. This into this, this into this. Right? Equal to 1. X and minus x will get cancelled. 360 into 5, you see this into this, 1800. X square plus 5x equal to 1. Now since I need this space, I will rub this part off. Right. So let me cross multiply. 1800 is equal to x square plus 5x. Or let me put it properly and take this on the other side. Here is the equation. Our job is to solve this equation. We will get two values. Obviously, one will be positive, one will be negative. Speed can't be negative, so that's the answer. Now we have reached first step, that is, we have got the equation. Now we go to our second step. Second step is trying to solve the equation. So some kind of rough work. Now you see in your copies or mine, do anywhere, but you don't need to show the rough work. Rough work is not for showing. I have to show because I have to explain to everybody. This is my, I have to. So multiply, you get what? Multiply, you get 1800. Minus means difference, you get 5. 1800 on multiplication and difference you get 5. Now of course, factorizing 1800 will, again, we have already done questions like this. Factorizing 1800 for a long time will become very difficult for us. So what do we do is, we say, okay, I remember that 18 is 9 into 2. So 90 into 20. Okay. 90, well, the difference is 5. So somewhere 5 must come. I'm thinking logically. Difference is 5. So somewhere 5 must come. So I write it like this. Okay. 45 into 2 into 20. 90 has been written as 45 into. It would take these two. 45 into 40. I think 45 and 40, the difference is how much? Difference is 5. So what should we take? We should take 45 and 40. Okay. Difference is positive. You can see this is positive. So obviously the bigger number has to be plus and the smaller number has to be minus. So this is how I think that this is what the breakup will be for this particular term. Right? So this is what I am going to do now. Okay. X square plus 45x minus 40x equal to 0. From this, x x plus 45 minus here, so minus has to be taken common. Now you see x is here, so x is here, so that means 40 will any case be common, right? Minus will become plus. Whenever you take minus sign common, the internal sign has to change. So this is also 40 into 45 equal to 0. X minus 40, x plus 45 equal to 0. Let's rub this off. X minus 40 equal to 0. X plus 45 equal to 0. So x is equal to 40, x is equal to minus 45. Obviously, speed of a train cannot be negative. Everybody knows, how can you have a train running minus 2 kilometers per hour or minus 100 kilometers per hour? So x equal to minus 45 is rejected because speed of a train cannot be negative. So therefore x is equal to 40. And what was x? X was the usual speed of the train. So you can say therefore speed of train is 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this particular question.